Hello, welcome to the first episode of Paddock Pass. This is all going to be very strange for me today, and yes, I have stole the name as the rain's coming down, so you're going to have to bear with me a second. This is the very first time I have ever attended a Formula E event, and while it wasn't the most spectacular race, I've had a brilliant weekend, and hopefully up on the screen now I've got a few shots going round of the weekend before we talk to some drivers. But can we just say, let's get it over and done with the name. I've stolen the name from Formula One. This is only a quick special episode from Rome for the Rome E-Prix, our second ever Rome E-Prix, the seventh round of the season. And we went into this race questioning whether we could get 7 different race winners in 7 races, maybe from 7 teams. Like I say, it was an okay race. It was a race affected by rain. We had that red flag incident, which really threw a spanner in the works for a lot of teams. We had a really chaotic first few laps, but after a while, things calmed down a little bit. But the big story, the big headline coming away from this race is this team here. The team we're going to be starting today's episode with, Jaguar. Very busy here, and actually you can see Alex Lynn and our race winner, Mitch Evans, there taking a few photos. I mean, I'm sure you can guess. My favourite team, Mitch there, my favourite driver. An incredible weekend. It was very similar to my first Formula One weekend. Oh, I've got to be quiet when I say that. But Grosjean got his last podium for Lotus, but Evans, a huge surprise win, not only for Formula E fans, but for the team as well. They've been on the back foot for the past few races or so. So now to come to Rome and to display the pace that they saw at the very beginning of the season is a huge bonus for this team, and they feel that this could really give them a push for the rest of the season.
It's amazing. Speechless.
Congrats, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. It's great. You know, it's been a tough few races since probably Marrakesh. It's been tough in terms of the performance. We've got the car back in the window now. We've had the pace all day. So yeah, I mean, that aside, you know, it's great to reward the guys with a victory. You know, they've been everyone at Jaguar Land Rover, Jaguar Racing. They've been very, very supportive, working incredibly hard. And you know, this goes to them, and I just want to thank them for their belief and support. So yeah, it's a great day for everyone at Jaguar.
How relieved were you when you came out of your move and you saw Lotterer in your mirrors? Because if he was in the wall, it could have all been undone.
Yeah, I mean, it was not my intention to put him in the wall as well. I was just trying to get, you know, through there nice and cleanly without any contact, but there was a lot of contact. I was happy to see him in my mirrors, not in the wall, but, you know, more importantly in my mirrors. And I knew from there I had the pace to, you know, to pull away from him. So I had a bit of a fuss with the second attack mode, which was unnecessary stress, but I take that mistake on the chin, and I thought, okay, I got to deal with this now. And we got it done in the end, so that's the main thing.
Okay, Nissan, I've got to be careful what I say, but for Buemi and Roland, you can't help but feel this is another race that could have been their first victory. 1 podium all season, but this is a team that has a car that is able to win races. It was not a clean weekend for the silver team. 6th in qualifying for Buemi, 11th for Roland. However, a big mistake in the race, miscalculated energy, ended up with a whole lap extra than everybody else. Coming home with a 5th place and a 6th place is actually quite good, all things considered. But I think for me, coming away from Rome, this is the team that are the big outliers that are yet to win a race. Next door, Pascal Wehrlein and the Mahindra team, another guy that really you've got to put money on, has got to be winning races this season. However, the past few races for Pascal have been a little bit quiet. Today, a really strong race from the German. However, when we spoke to him earlier, he was a little bit downbeat.
I don't really know what to say, to be honest. You know, looking at the beginning of the season where we were fighting easily for pole positions and the win and podiums, yeah, obviously we can't be happy to fight for P10 now, and also the last 2 races to be not competitive anymore and be in the position we have been in the beginning of the season. yeah, at the same time, I think today the race was okay. The speed was a bit better than in qualifying. Obviously, then with the grid penalty, it made our life a bit harder again. But yeah, like I said, it was an okay race, but we want more.
All right, I hope this tyre isn't messing up the audio. However, yeah, a difficult weekend for the Mahindra team all round. Wehrlein picking up that grid penalty. D'Ambrosio starting all the way back in P19 actually had a really good job getting into the points again. He is now our championship leader once again, and there's not that many rounds to go. We've had 7 out of 13. This guy, despite not being on the podium since Marrakesh, still somehow is commanding this championship. Virgin, difficult weekend for Virgin as well, especially for Sam Bird. Got to be careful what I say. Sam and Robin there, and team principal. We'll see those guys next time out. See you later, Robin. I'm sure he wasn't waving at me. Sam almost out of the race. Very first lap. Very lucky to keep going after contact with Jose Maria Lopez. Robin, a little bit more of an interesting race. He's another one that's been really consistent this season. 4th place, I think he will take that. Consistency is the name of the game, but again, another weekend, nothing too special from Virgin. 7 different pole sitters this season in 7 different races, and it was the first time for Andre Lotterer, this man, Jean-Eric Vergne, nowhere really this weekend. Had a really difficult one, all the way down to P16 in qualifying and out of the points in the race. But Andre Lotterer, his first pole position of the season, started so strong. Evans got past with that brilliant move. Lotterer couldn't repass, and for the second time in 3 races, now finds himself in a race where he could have won, coming away with only P2.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, so mixed feelings, good points, pole position, but no win, so P2. Yeah, I think everything was going well. The car was great, but looked like we had too much tire pressure, and then I started to struggle and swim around on the tire blocks, and that's when Mitch started to get stronger, and I couldn't hold him.
But in terms of the championship, obviously the result has really shot you up, and you're slowly becoming one of the more consistent drivers in the championship. It's always getting those points, and consistency in Formula E seems to be crucial.
Yeah, it's very important to get those points, so hopefully we can keep doing that. I mean, obviously we have a good car, a good team, and it's always difficult in Group 1 to do it, but yeah, we got to keep our stuff together and keep on going.
Audi, where have you been? Another difficult day for the German team, really under the radar this weekend. Degrassi, that win in Mexico seems so long ago. Daniel App's incredible point streak this season comes to an end. A race to forget for Audi. You can see that they've packed up well early compared to the rest of the team. 7th for Degrassi, that's 6 solid points, but Daniel Apt having issues early on, ending up a lap down. They will go into Paris wanting to change things around. They're on a poor streak at the moment. Audi, a team that is going to have to do better. A team we didn't really see a lot of this weekend. Venturi, Felipe Massa and Edo Mortara out of the race so early. You can see that those cars have been sat there for hours, it feels like. Out just after, well, I mean, we had the red flag incident on lap 1, but these guys barely made it into the race whatsoever. Gary Paffett went out in that very first incident, but apart from Paffett, the 2 Venturi cars with drivetrain issues with only 2 that went out of the race. A difficult race for them, and Neo as well. Still one of 2 teams, Neo, that have yet to be on the podium this season. I think that's Tom Dillman there, maybe. Yep, there is Tom leaving the garage. He has yet to score a single point this season. Rome comes away and still hasn't scored a point. Dragon, Gunther back in the car. Amazing drift from Gunther. Lots of bodywork flying everywhere. I'm sure they're going to have to recoup some of that one. But he showed strong pace. Getting into Super Pole, really good job. Both cars in Super Pole, actually. Jose Maria Lopez was in the wars a little bit today. But Dragon, the other team yet to be on the podium, not really a fat lot to say. 2 teams to go. BMW, one of my preferred liveries, and I'm telling you, in the flesh, it's even better. Sims, difficult race for Sims, hit the wall early on, ended up finishing, but was another driver, like Daniel Atz, nowhere really in the race. Teammate Felix da Costa, really strong race up through the field, ending up P9, had a juicy little scrap with D'Ambrosio and, oh, who was it? D'Ambrosio and someone else. John-Eric Verne, it might have been, those 3 getting in a bit of a tussle. That was quite nice to see. Big championship heavy hitters having a fight at the back of the midfield. Also loses the championship lead, does Da Costa. But the team I really want to talk about on this side of the garage is HWA Race Lab, the team that are going to become Mercedes next season. I don't want to say that too loud, but Stoffel Vandoorne, first podium in Formula E. Delighted that my first race was Vandoorne's first podium, Jaguar's first win. An incredible race from Vandoorne, a really strong turn of pace, comfortably in front of Robin Fry and Sebastian Buemi, as a wild trophy is on the track. Sorry Stoffel if that goes missing, that is in my suitcase. Stoffel was talking in the post-race conference, lots to say, chuffed with his first podium.
Third place, Stoffel Vandoorne, first podium in Formula E. Well done, Stoffel. You've had some good race pace throughout the season, but some bad luck as well, so it must be extremely satisfying to get your first podium for you and HWA Race Lab today.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the result today. We've had a really difficult start to the season. We've always kind of showed some good pace in qualifying, especially. That's been our highlight of the season and where we've been performing the best. And yeah, we managed to have another good qualifying here. And yeah, I think the most difficult one was going to be the race. That's where we've been struggling a little bit at the start of the year. We've had a lot of bad luck. We had a few incidents, and we've been lacking some pace compared to some of the other guys. So to have a result like that today, to see the pace of the car being there in the race conditions as well, was very encouraging. I was very happy with with how everything went. Had to be very cautious with the reliability of the car, and happy we made it to the flag.
You just made it to the end. Did you have a problem on the slowdown?
Didn't make it to the pits though, so yeah, the car broke down.
Okay, and obviously a significant milestone ticked off for you and the team this weekend, Stoffel. Is the next one a victory? We've had 7 winners from 7 races. Could you be the 8th in Paris in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, well, anything is possible in Formula E. When you look at what's been happening during the first couple of races, it's unpredictable. We've been making progress race after race, and we've been gaining a little bit of pace. And this championship is unpredictable. So anything can happen the next time. We might be very strong. We might be not so strong. So let's see what happens. We've ticked off a few boxes this weekend. It was good learning for myself as well to get to the flag. I've not really managed it a lot this year, and yeah, I'm sure we'll be back in Paris and hopefully with another good result.
So that's your lot for the Rome E-Prix. It looks like there's something going on at Jaguar here, so we'll check that out. But thank you to Formula E Zone for sorting this all out. We can't guarantee anything for next season. I don't know what they're doing with the car here. Probably, yeah, it's been an absolute blast as we're going to get run over. But just a quick thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time in Paris.